This seems like a bad idea. Wow, what a mess. I'd like to see you do that on the 890. This is so much worse than I remember. Yeah, that ain't it. We got some harder stuff yet. Wish me luck. Welcome back, everybody. We are here in Vinton County in an undisclosed parking location to go hit some of the Vinton County back roads, all these old township roads. The Jeeps all got rutted out, and we're going to find out just what this CRF450RL is all about. As you can see, I got my new tires, my NT21, my D606, 0 miles on both. So let's get out there and tear up some dirt. Welcome back, adventure seekers. Thanks for riding along with me. I surely hope at the end of our journey, maybe you will make your own local route. ATV. Here we go. Try again. So I just rode like 260 miles yesterday on the GS. I gotta get transitioned to this bike before we get too crazy. How muddy is it? It's muddy as Wow, what a mess. The difference with this bike though is I can just hop in one of these ruts. The 890 and the GS would just get trapped in it. Well, I was planning on trying to go up some of these hills today, but I'm thinking that is not a good idea. I think the hardest thing I have getting used to this bike is the brakes. It just, it's not like the dual disc front brakes on my adventure bikes. You kind of got to hammer it. This is pretty fun. Starting to get a little bit of a bearing on it. What kind of gear I can run. I can run it pretty low. I was worried about the flame out. I'm just putting around in third gear. Feeling good. Like fire somewhere. All right, we're going to do something I rarely do, which is air down. We're not going real low. I think I'm going to go down to about 12. I have never attempted to go up this hill. Right up the gut, hit the right side around the rocks, and then try to make a quick decision. All right, let's see what she's got. I'd like to see you do that on the 890. Well, this is going to be a lot of fun. If I was to tell you what the biggest difference is riding on trails and roads like this on this bike versus a big adventure bike, is I'm not nervous about getting stuck and trapped somewhere, I'm okay with it. I'll be fine. I can pick it up. It's going to be easy to get off of. You're not going to fight to hold it up because you're worried about picking it up. It's just, yeah, more relaxing. It's wild. You can ride this stuff in Ohio. Every time I get down here, I'm always just like amazed. This stuff's been here my whole life, and I just found it when I started riding adventure bikes. I also went up this hill on the GS. Oh, I would not want to do that today. Hey, ride some wheelies. Boy, it is just tore up. We're trying her out today. It is warming up. That was the spot I was scared to death on the GS last time, and to be honest, I puckered up a little bit on this bike. Whew. Yeah, that ain't it. We got some harder stuff yet. Wish me luck. Jeez, you talk about slick. Wow. I can't even put my feet down or stop. Wow. Needless to say, I have never been out here when it's this muddy. This is that drop off. I can't really remember which way to go. Just go. I'm glad I didn't try to come up this, because there's no way. There we go. And the rest of this is all in this little wash bottom. I feel the water creeping in my boots. All right, this keeps happening. Yeehaw! This is so much worse than I remember. This seems like a bad idea. Now we're cooking with grease. All right, Well, I'm soaking wet. This is pretty deep. There's only one way to find out. I don't know. I'm going to go over to the ripples like I would in a kayak, and then hope that that edge is hard and not deep. It looks like I can at least get to the edge because there's ripples over there, and then right there is the way out, maybe. All right, first part is a success. Hell, it gets real shallow right there. And that looks like the way out. My plan was to come up this hill today, but it didn't work out the way I rode the route, and it may not have been a bad idea, but we'll have a look at it anyway. Complaint I have so far, how it likes to die at slow speeds, especially when you need it to be running. It hasn't really got me in a jam or anything yet, but I see what people are complaining about. I think I can adjust to it. I'm not going to ECU it yet. Oh, it's soft in the middle. I'm going to keep trying to just get used to it, but really that's the only thing. I'm still super impressed with the suspension. Really digging it. I think it's a perfect mix of just stiff enough but plush. Alright, well, we're about wrapped up with this ride, but I sure hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm just kind of out tinkering around, getting a feel for the bike, just finding out what I got to switch, what I got to move, like that fender bag, that tool bag, getting a little ride out and finding out what needs addressed. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope, more than anything, on these nice February days, wherever you are out there creating your own local route adventure. Until next time, peace.